Hi, I see Elaine again and I'm cooking. You know, when I was in my teenage years and younger, I don't remember my mother cooking in her good clothes. She never cooked in her good clothes. My mother used to cook an entire Sunday meal before she went to church. Before she went to church, she used to do that. She'd get up in the morning and put her house coat on, wash her face and everything, get herself together, go in the kitchen, and with her hair tied up, no less, because my mother, if you came in her kitchen with your head untied and hair out, well, it was on. She did not allow that. She would go in the kitchen, get her stuff, and she would, well, let me tell you something. She'd be ready for doing some business, okay, with her house coat on. She cooked a complete meal before she went to church. When my father got up, he didn't have to worry about everything was cooked. She came from church and he was eating. That's what she did. But things have changed, and now there's the. I remember Julia Child when she was on. She wasn't dressed fancy. She had on plain clothes. She looked okay, but she wasn't dressed as fancy. And that woman could cook. She really could cook. Anyway, you know what we're doing today? I'm doing a chuck pot roast. Mm-hmm. Boy, this is good. Now, this is a meat tenderizer. This is my meat tenderizer. You see that? Look at that. It's got little tiny knives. It come in, actually, you can get this in 2 rows or 3 rows or however many rows you want. But to me, this is the best tenderizer to get for your meat, tenderizing your meat. And you do it like this. You just, see that? This is a 3-pound chuck roast. Just like that. Get some with some marbling in it. Turn it over. Make sure your meat is pretty much dry. Don't have it sopping wet. Like that, right? It's tenderized. That's it. So, what I'm gonna do is put a rub on it first. Okay? And this time I'm gonna put some gloves on because I just don't feel like getting my hands all messy. I gotta do the flour, so I'm gonna do this today. Put my gloves on. Make sure your surface is clean, which, I hate to say that every time I start something, but make sure you're starting with a clean surface. You don't want to start something with your surface all dirty and carrying on. That's nasty cooking. Make sure your gloves are clean, your hands are clean still, and you're starting on a clean surface, okay? Make sure you do that. Now, I'm going to start with my favorite, what I used to do, which is seasoned salt. Try to get the one without the MSG, because that stuff, I don't know, there's been so much talk about MSG, I just get it without it. It does me just good. This is a teaspoon of MSG. I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit on top there. Because I'm going to do it by half, because I'm going to rub this on the other side too. So this is it's a teaspoon. I'm going to do half a teaspoon, right? Right there. I'm put a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. Half of that. This is a half a teaspoon, but half on there. Because I'm going to do the other side. All right? And then I put about half on there. Okay. Now my black pepper. That's a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, so I'm gonna put half of that in there. See, this 1/4 teaspoon, half of that. Just a little sprinkle. Then I'm gonna massage it on this side. Let's see, a little bit more for the next side. Okay. And then garlic. Garlic is 1/8 a teaspoon, but that's like a half of a 1/4 teaspoon. If you can do that, just put a little bit in there, a little bit of garlic. Beef, onion, garlic is very good with pork. Oh, it's wonderful pork. When you make a pork roast, a pork shoulder, it's very good with that. But for beef, you want to use more onion than you do pork. So you rub that in. Get that good rub on that. Turn it over and do the other side. Right? Now, a lot of people, when they seal their meat, they use a little bit of oil and they don't use flour. Well, I use flour with mine because I like to, when my meat is cooking, because it's too slow, I like it to make its own gravy. So I'm using the other half of the other stuff, right? That's what I'm doing. Put it all in there. Yeah. And my pepper. Okay, there you go. So rub that in. And don't be afraid to pick up your meat and rub it in. That's how you stuff it. I already tenderized it with that, so When this starts to cook, it's gonna go in, and I'm gonna turn it when it's halfway, then go in and out, and it's gonna be wonderful. It really is good. Always keep some potatoes on hand, potatoes and carrots. Keep that on hand all the time. I use sweet potatoes in my cooking a lot. Sweet potatoes are good. Nothing wrong with sweet potatoes. They're real good. Now, I rub that in real good. Put that massage in. Some people like to marinate overnight. You can do that too if you want to. Nothing wrong with that. This is my flour. And I got news for you. I season my flour. Not a whole lot. Just a pinch of this here and there. So it won't be so bland. Take that and rub it over there. Just like this. Now, I'm going to meet you in the kitchen when I finish doing this because I'm gonna put it in some oil and sear it. Right? So you'll see how it looks. It gets a nice brown coating on it. And then when I cook that for like 350 degrees, and don't forget, I use an electric oven. If you're using a gas oven, it cooks a little bit faster, so just check it a little bit more often if you're using a gas oven. I like gas ovens, I really do. But my oven is I gotta use what I got, right? So it's electric. Anyhow, I'll meet you in the kitchen. I'll be there in a few minutes. In a few seconds, actually. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I'm in the kitchen here, all right? Now, my oil's in there. I'm gonna put this in there and let it start cooking. Searing, as it were. Now, I want it to get a nice brown. I don't want it to burn up. I want to get a nice brown coating on top of it. You'll see. Let me put this away. I think that, for me, getting a coating on it and making its own gravy while it's cooking is better for me. I like that. If I want some more gravy, then I can always make some more. But for me, this is pretty good. I like doing it like this. I've been doing it like this for years. And it always works. I never had a problem with it. And those of you who don't know how to make gravy, to me, this is the best way to do it. So, make sure you pay attention here, okay? I'm saying things kind of slow today because I want you to write this down. You'll be able to get what I'm doing. So this is like some oil in the pan, right? I just cover the bottom of the pan with oil. When this browns really good, I'm going to take this out and pour the oil off because I don't want that oil when I put my water in there. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'll take a look, see how it's browning. It's getting there. Okay, now, I've been browning this for the sake of time, okay? I got one side brown. I'm going to flip it over so you can see what it looks like. See that? Nice and brown. Now, I'll brown the other side. Then I'm going to take it out, pour this off, pour the oil off, and then I'm going to put the meat on the side here. Put the meat on the side. Then I'm going to put my water in here and some other seasoning that I'm going to cook with. You'll see what I'm talking about, okay? This is really a good method of cooking. It really is. You can take your time with it. I got my oven set at 350. I want to cook nice and slow. I'm not rushing doing things. If you want to cook a roast like this and you don't have time to do it during the week, make sure you do it on your day off. You know, do things on your day off. And you can cook 2 or 3 things on your day off. You take your time and get it done. Do your house cleaning, whatever you're going to do on the weekend. You don't leave it and go outside someplace. Don't do that. But whatever you're doing in the house, you can cook your meals ahead of time and freeze them, your meats, especially your meats. You cook your meats ahead of time and freeze them, you have them all during the week. You got a big family? Listen, it paid for me. I used to work 2 jobs. And believe me, cooking my meals on Saturday, I cooked like 3 or 4 different meats on Saturday. And then during the week, I'd have for me and film the kids. You know, it worked out pretty good. So, let me see what I'm doing here now. Well, it's still cooking. Anyway, that's good like that. Anyway, you don't want to get the, white on the side. You want them nice and brown, just like that. It takes about 5 minutes to do this on both sides. So you get a nice crust on that side there and it's brown. So it takes a little time. Don't rush doing any cooking. When you rush your food through, you mess up. You know that. So don't rush anything. You're cooking. Take your time and cook. The only time you don't have time to really do a big meal, buy something that's quick to do in the store. Buy something that's quick to do. You can do it every once in a while. Just don't make a habit of doing it. Try to eat as healthy as you can. Everybody should try to do that. But there are times when you don't have time to do it, so buy something in the store that you like, that you can do a quick meal. You understand? That macaroni and ground beef that my mother used to make years ago, that's a very quick meal to do. You can do your macaroni at night and drain it and come in and have your ground beef and do that and just saute it out. And you can cut up your bell peppers or something at night and put them in a bag. Very, very easy to do. So stuff like that is easy to do. Make it easy for yourself. You have to do that because you're the one that's doing the cooking. So make things as easy for yourself as possible. I tell you one thing, hon. The older I get, the easier it gets. That's just it. That's just it. Now let me see what's doing with this now. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm gonna take this out. See, that's nice and brown. Look at that. You see that? Nice and brown on that side. Now I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna take this oil here. I don't want all that oil in there. I'm gonna take this oil and I'll pour it in here. Because I don't want that oil. Now, leave that on the side for a minute, because what I'm gonna do, this is water I'm gonna put in there, but I don't want to put cold water in there because it's gonna make a mess. Just hold on a second. I'm gonna go up here in my microwave. I'm gonna heat this up. Heat this water up. Don't take long to heat up a cup of water. Heat your water up. You heat your water up because you don't want to splatter all over the place. You put that meat back in there in cold water in a hot pan. Boy, you're really asking for it. You're gonna have splatter. You're gonna have burns all over yourself. Heat up your water. I could have done this before, so it'd been nice and hot, but I didn't forget to do it. So heat your water up before you put it in the pan, and don't leave your pan on the burner. You turn that off. I'm going to put this in the oven after I do this. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. It won't take that long. But anyway, once you heat that up, it takes about a minute to heat up. It's nice and hot, and you'll see when I put it in there, you hear like a little tiny bubble, and you won't hear the big old splash and burn yourself up all the time. Okay, so just learn how to do things in reason. Think what you're doing. Don't just haphazardly do something. You're the one that's cooking, so think about what you're doing, how you want things to be, and systematically do them. Now I'm kind of up in age now, and I forget some things sometimes, but don't worry, if I forgot something, I will tell you in the end, or you'll see it written on the video. Put that in there too, you know, that sort of thing, because sometimes I forget stuff. So, you know, it's not a crime, and my memory is pretty good considering what I've been through. But anyhow, just something like that. That's enough. That's hot enough. Now, I'm gonna take this. Now, what I got in here, I'm gonna go back over here. Put this back in here, right? Put that back in there. In here, I've got some. Let me read what I got here. I got some minced garlic in there, one minced garlic, and I also have a bay leaf that's in there, and I got 2 teaspoons of parsley and a 1/4 teaspoon of thyme. I'll put that in a tablespoon of water. You hear that? Now I didn't splatter not one bit. See that? That's what you want. You don't want your stuff to be splatter all over the place. I got an onion in here, half a medium onion. I'll put that in there. Onion make your food taste so good. Just slice it up. Onion. There you go. Put the top on it. Where's my top at? Oh, here it is over here. Take my top. I'll put it in the oven. And I gotta take that out because I can't get that in there. That's at 350. And I'm gonna set that for 1 hour, and I'm gonna come back and look at it and see what it's doing. Okay, so here we go. Set it for 1 hour. Timer. One hour, and we're starting from now. 1 hour. So I'll see you back in a little bit. It'll be like a few minutes to you, but I'm letting you know I'm setting it for 1 hour, okay? So I'll see you in a little bit. It's been an hour. I'm gonna take a look and see how the roast looks, okay? Now, that looks pretty good. It's starting to loosen up. Remember I told you it tightens up? Beef always tightens up, and then when it's starting to loosen up, it's getting done. So I'm going to put my carrots in. I love carrots, so I put a lot of carrots in my stuff. A lot of carrots around there that cook. Always keep carrots on hand. It also flavors your meat, you know. Carrots are very good, and they're very good for you. You know the carrots are good for your eyes. I don't have to tell you that. And this is my sweet potato. I'm going to put my sweet potatoes in my carrots now. Because they won't be in there together, so I'll put them in there now. The only thing I'm not going to put in there right now is my white potatoes. They're going to cook real fast. But the sweet potatoes and the carrots in this will cook pretty much the same way. I only do the other thing when I'm making the pot roast, then I put them in separate. But this way it'll be fine. Put it back in there. Now remember, this is cooking at 350 degrees very slowly because I don't like to cook my stuff fast. So I'm going to put another 40 minutes on the timer. Yeah. And then, in the meantime, 20, 30, 20. Okay, there we go. I want to show you something. Come over here with me. I'm going to make some rice. Right? I have in here 1 cup of water and 1 cup of beef broth. Okay? 1 teaspoon of salt. You know what kind of salt I use, all right? And a tablespoon of butter. Run around in there. Season it up real good because rice absorbs, right? That's 1 cup of rice. And where's my bag at? What'd I do with it? Oh, there it is. Hand me that bag over there. I use parboiled rice because I don't like my rice sticking together. Okay? If you want any kind of parboiled rice will do. Uncle Ben's makes parboiled rice, but anything that says parboiled, long grain parboiled on the bag, you can use that. It's grain for grain and it will not stick. Now, I'm gonna turn this on, and when I do my rice, when this strike a boil, I'm gonna pour this rice in here, and then I'm gonna take it off the fire and let it sit over there. It's gonna absorb by itself. I don't have to keep boiling and turn it on low. It'll cook by itself just like that. Okay, so I'll see you in a few minutes. Now, my water's boiling, my broth is boiling, all that's boiling together, right? I'll put my rice in here. 1 cup of rice. Stir it around just a little bit to get it so it doesn't in. Now, I'm gonna take it off the fire. Turn it on. Put the top on. And it's gonna cook right by itself, okay? That's it. I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna show you how to make some gravy. It's got a lot of broth on there. I didn't use the broth from there because I wanted to use the broth in here on the meat. I'm gonna make some gravy. I'm gonna show you how to make gravy. It's called a roux first and all that business. It's gravy, okay? I don't know about no roux. I know how to make gravy. So I'll be back in a minute to show you how to do that. It's done with that anyway. I'm gonna take this out. Oh, cancel already. Now I'm gonna take this out of the oven. It's not quite done. I know it's not quite done, but I'm doing this on purpose. I want to show you something. That looks good, doesn't it? It is good. Now, let me see something here. Oh yeah, see that? This is ready. This is ready the way I want it. Look at that, going in nice. And all the meat's almost done, but it's not quite. I'm gonna take these out, these carrots out, the vegetables, and I'm going to strain this because the broth really is good. It's gravy for me. I could use this as gravy, but I want it thicker. That's why I decided to make it gravy. I got rice over there. I'm gonna show you how that rice came out too. This came out really nice. Let me take this out. I hope they'll fall out. Oh no, it's good. It's good. Ooh, no, wait a minute. It's really almost too done. No, it's not. It's good. It's good. I'll put this over here. Put that over there. Let that sit and rest. Take the rest of this out. You know, I'm gonna touch it with my hand. Boy, I would have been on the seal if I had touched that. Everything is hot. I just took it out the oven. This is nice. I'll take that bay leaf out too. I'll leave the onions in there, but I'll take the bay leaf out. I just saw it a few minutes ago. This must be running around there somewhere. I'll find it and take it out. Anyway, got the vegetables out. They're still whole. See the potatoes, everything is still whole, right? Sweet potatoes. I'm gonna the white potatoes don't take that long to cook. They really don't. So what I'm gonna do with that, I'm gonna show you in a minute. Come on over here to the sink with me. I'm gonna strain this. Okay, see? Can you see me? I'm gonna strain this off. Yeah, that bay leaf. I know it was in there somewhere. It's back over here because I'm gonna put it back in the oven. I want that in there. I want that in my gravy. This makes about, let me see. It's about 2 cups. Okay, that's all. Come back over here. Now, got my pan here. 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. 1 tablespoon of butter. Okay? Put that in there. Where's my spoon at? Okay, that's good. Alright. That's about 1/3 cup of flour. We'll take this, I'm going to show you something. It's not hard to do at all. Rinse that off. Now, remember, that broth is hot. You got to, when you're making a roux, if you're using hot water, if you're using water, it's got to be hot. You cannot put cold water or cold broth on a hot substance. You'll have it everywhere, including all over you. You'll be burning. This is going to splatter a lot. I'll put this over. Let me put this on the side for a minute. My potatoes are right over there. They ain't going away. They're right there. All right. Here we go. You mix this in until you get a nice, see that consistency I'm doing there? Keep going like that. See that? The boss is up. My great grandson's up. But that's alright, she get it. See that? Never put it all in at one time because you may have too much flour. And then all of a sudden you gotta add more of this, add more of that. Start a little bit at a time and let it go run around. I got this at on high right now. Medium high. See how that's doing there? It's gonna start to brown a little bit. I want a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. This is so easy. Gravy is really very easy to make. I don't know why people have these stressing out, but I guess it takes time to do anything. You have to do it. I've been doing this for years, so it's not a big deal to me. They call this in the professional word a roux. I call it just making some gravy, okay? I think I'm going to use all that. Yep, okay, that's good. That's a 1/3 cup of flour. That's all right. Now, look at this hot, right? Hot. It's got to be hot or else you're going to be a mess. I'm telling you. Make sure it's stirred around like that. This is on medium-high heat. You see it start to change, start to get brown? That's what you want. You want it to start to get brown. You keep on stirring around until that roux gets the color you want. I like a dark brown gravy. Okay, I don't like a white gravy. Only on certain things, but on my roast, I like a dark brown gravy. See, it's getting nice and brown. See that? When it gets the color that I want, then I'm going to pour that broth in there. And then I'm going to take that broth and put it in this pan. Is it? No, it's not hot anymore. I can almost touch it with my hand. But I'm going to put it back. Put it back in there. You'll see in a minute. She's getting nice and brown. See that? Nothing worse than burnt gravy. Lord have mercy. And it tastes terrible. That's why you got to do this all the time. I'm going to turn my fire down. Because it's getting dark now. I don't need it up high anymore. Turn it down. I turned it down. Yeah? It's almost the color I want. Just a little smidgen more. And then I'll put the broth in there. It's nice and hot. Okay, here we go. Now watch this. A little at a time. And that's when the water's hot. The broth is hot. A little bit more in there. A little bit more in there. Look at that. There you go. Look at that. Not one lump. Look at that. That's good. That is good. I got that simmering right on low. Alright? It's simmering now. And it's already seasoned, so I don't have to do any seasoning. Now what I'm going to do is take this, my pan here, take my roast, put my roast back in there. Put my roast back in there. Ah. That looks good. Look at that. That's good. Oh boy. Yum. Take this. Turn the fire off first. Bad habit. Bad habit. Turn the fire off first. Pour this over. Oh, look at that. There you go. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. Oh, baby, I'm cooking now. I know I'm cooking now. Put this over here in the sink. I'm going to take my potatoes. Potatoes don't take long to cook at all. Take my potatoes and put my potatoes in there. Put them on the bottom. It's nice and hot. A little bit of water get in, no big deal. Put everything back in there. Put them right back in there. And let them cook for about 20 minutes tops. Or 350. You got your gravy real nice in there. Oh boy. Your carrots and stuff in there. It's just delicious. Then I'm going to plate it for you and show you how it looks. I'm going to put it in there. Some country words came out now. Put in there. Put in there. I'm going to put it in there. And I got the carrots that I made. Which is still good. Yes, Lord. And I want to show you the rice, so don't go away. Put this back in the oven. And I'm going to set the oven for another 20 minutes. I'm going to make you bite your tongue, alright? That's right. 20 minutes. Oh, Lord, just cancel it. Where is it? Bake. Timer. 20 minutes. What am I doing? Here. Here. I'll get it right in a minute. Bake. On. Timer. Here we go. 20 minutes. Okay, there. Now, on. Now, look at my rice. See that rice? See that? Where's my spoon? That mother spoon at? Let me get a spoon. It's soaked up. It takes a little time to do this, so if you don't have time to really wait for it to soak up, you can wait. Look at that. Look at that. Grain for grain. You can't beat that. You can leave it on simmer just a little bit and then turn it off if you want to brush it up. But if you have time, let it sit there and soak. Look at that. Grain for grain. Yeah. See, you see that? Can you see that? Grain for grain. And now you got your rice is ready. Grain for grain. That's good. I got 20 minutes on the clock for that to be ready with the potatoes. It's all down in the gravy. It's going to be, oh my goodness. Slamming, okay? Oh, I'm Elaine and I'm cooking. I'll see you in a few minutes. All right? Okay, now, it's just about done now. I'm going to take it out and we'll see what's doing. If it's not done enough, I'll have to put it back in there. But it should be done. It should be done by now. I'm going to take it out so you can take a look. Can you see this? Can you see what it looks like when I'm taking it out here? Oh, okay, here we go. It's really hot. It should be ready. It's been in there a total of 2.5 hours altogether with me taking it in and out. It's about 2.5 hours. So now look at that. That looks great. Now you may want to invest in some of these. They're good if you have meat that's falling apart. You don't know how to take it out. This may be the very thing to help you take the meat out. I use it all the time. It helps me to, see, look at that. Lifts it out nice. Put it in here. And it's just fine. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm a one-pot person. All the potatoes are nice. And when you cook I have 3 children, and I cook a lot of one-pot meals. And when you got hungry kids, when you have hungry children, they want to eat. So keep potatoes. I kept potatoes on hand and rice on all the time. If I didn't have rice for dinner, my husband didn't think I had dinner. I had to have rice every day. So I'm going to take this rice and put it around here. Put it around there. Rice is very filling too. You need to, your children got to be filled up. You got to fill them up. Always keep your rice and potatoes on hand. Because you do this and have some cabbage on the side. Have this and have the cabbage on the side. And I'm telling you, you got a meal. You really do. It'll fill them up. It'll be nutritious. And you don't have to eat, yourself for yourself. You don't have to eat like, you know how kids eat. Kids eat. They ain't looking at their diet. They're hungry. They want to eat. So you have to feed your children. And rice, and potato, they have a little piece of meat on the side. Okay, if you're on a budget, you can't afford to buy these big old pieces of meat. And like you've got $1 million. Everybody get a little piece of meat. A little piece of meat there, and then this is really good. Look at that. Now watch this. Put those potatoes right in there. Yeah. Put those potatoes right in there. I hope y'all can see this. I'm gonna take it to the table so you can really see it. Okay? Your children are not interested in how pretty it looks. They want to eat. It tastes good. Mom, dinner ready yet? My daughter used to come to the kitchen every 5 minutes. Mom, is it ready yet? I said, Alexa, no, it's not ready yet. Mom, is it ready yet? She just want to eat. And that's what children do. They're interested in eating. And you got to have enough to feed those kids. And if you're on a budget, you can't afford to buy organic this and organic that. Keep some potatoes on hand, some carrots, and plenty of rice. All right? I'll show you how to make the gravy. It's not hard to do. A little practice, you're just fine. Don't get scared if you burn the first time. Just practice. Do nothing one time, just practice. Make your gravy and be done with it. Now this is really good. I ain't kidding. Dab with some cornbread or make some biscuits. If you're not a cornbread maker or a cornbread eater. I got 2 pieces of cornbread left, Lord have mercy. My daughter came by last night. I gave her some cabbage and cornbread. So I got 2 little pieces that I took together there. Now I'm going to take this gravy here. And I'm going to pour it over. The rest of look at that. Look at that gravy. Not 1 ounce of grease in there. That's gravy, baby. That is good stuff there. I ain't kidding. Take that gravy and pour it over there like that. Wow. That's some good eating, honey. That's country eating. That's what you do when you have children and you can't afford to be buying all this expensive stuff and going here and going there. Yeah. And I'll meet you back over there at the table, okay? I'm going over there now. Okay, now you see this? That's the cabbage over there. And I'm eating everything in there. A big helping of this. Oh, please. Some cabbage, some cornbread, and a piece of meat. I can cut this with this here. Look at that. I can literally cut that with a spoon. I don't like my meat done, so because sometimes it get too done, and then the chew it's got kind of tough. But this is just fine. This is just fine, just like this. Look at that. A piece of meat, and this is a roast, so they cut that up. See that? They cut up a nice piece of meat. They don't have to have, the biggest piece of meat there is to eat dinner. You get a little piece of meat and put them vegetables in there, girl. Get them vegetables in there, and they'll be just fine. Do that. And Kool-Aid. We had Kool-Aid in that house, child. Please. And besides, I didn't believe in a lot of soda and stuff anyway. It's really no good for you. But the Kool-Aid's not that hot either. But something sweet to have a little bit sometime. Kool-Aid is just as good as anything else. They still make it. It's still on the market. Get some Kool-Aid, all right? I'm Elaine Penn, and I'm cooking. And I'll be cooking to something else later on. I want you to see this because I got it right behind me. I hope you enjoyed this. This was very easy. A total of 2.5 hours total cooking, but the gravy and everything, 2.5 hours, okay? Now, see that? That's my fabric. I'm going to be working on this on the weekend. All right? That's going to be a dress in the front and a jacket in the front there. A little bit of jacket in the front. That's another color. I don't know if you can see it. This is brown, and this got brown in it. This sort of it's like a shimmering, sort of like a greenish color. It matches the color that's in here. It's all good. It's going to be slimy. It's going to look nice. So I'll be working on this. starting this weekend. I'll be working on this, and you'll see it next week. But today is Thursday, so you're gonna see this tomorrow because my baby gonna upload it for you. You'll see it tomorrow, which is Friday. Okay. So I'm Elaine Penner, and I'm cooking, and I'll see y'all later. Okay. Bye bye. Wow.